Hello, this is Shelly Davis, host of the Piano Parent Podcast, and I have been thinking about recording this video all week. And I was going to tell you that I just finished a walk with my friend Marilyn, except anyway, I'm at a park. Marilyn and I usually walk at this beautiful park. I'm going to move over so you can see the sun shining in, lots of nature, paved trails, away from traffic. And I wanted to share a video after our walk to lead into something else I want to tell you about. And now that I'm at the park, I'm very self-conscious, and anyway, so I'll just get on with it. Marilyn wasn't able to walk with me today, but because I knew that I was going to do this video, I still kept the walk. And it's kind of funny. I know that a walk is good for me. I know that it's a good way to keep my muscles strong and my joints moving freely and all fresh air. And I know that a walk is a good thing, but usually it's not something that I do on my own. But when I have my appointment with Marilyn, I rarely cancel on her. And this will tie in a little bit, but the fact that I knew I was gonna, and I don't even know where to look, sorry. The fact that I knew I was going to be recording this video, I felt committed and accountable to you. And so I still went on my walk, yay me, and now here I am recording this video, feeling self-conscious, and I just need to get over myself. What does this have to do with you as a piano parent? Probably every student that leaves my studio, when they walk out my door, they don't think to themselves, I'm not going to do anything she told me. I'm not going to practice. I'm not going to open my books. The lack of practice, I don't think, is an intentional thing. Just like I don't intend to be unhealthy, but when it comes time to do a walk, I can think of a million other things to do. When it comes time to practice, I would imagine your piano kid can think of all kinds of other things they want to do. And they're busy. They've got homework and they've got other activities besides piano. And so sometimes it's hard to have the motivation within yourself to get to the piano and practice on the days in between lessons. And we both know those are the most important days. You meet with your teacher to get some instruction and some motivation and some direction, but then the work really happens at home. And that's why I've been thinking about you and why I wanted to do this video, to let you know that I am hosting a practice challenge next month. Sometimes having someone else to be accountable to or to be committed to, obligated to, just like even though we're not meeting face to face, I still felt a commitment, and I didn't want to stand you up. I wanted to follow through on what I said I was going to do. And I believe having some kind of external motivation can be a valuable tool for your piano kid to make sure they get their practicing done every day or on a regular basis in between lessons. And somebody just pulled up at the park, so I'm going to whisper because I don't want them to, maybe they'll stay in their car for a little bit. Okay, the practice challenge goes from November 1st to November 30th, and I melded the two words together, piano and November, and so it's the PIANOVEMBER Practice Challenge. And easily enough, it's just counting a tally for every song you play, every time you play it. Whether it is your assigned pieces that your teacher has given you, or if it's a piece in an app and you're working through different levels in the app, you can count those practice tallies. If you're working on a song by ear, maybe you've heard something at church or on the radio and you want to try to figure out how to play it, spend a few minutes working on that and give yourself a practice tally. Maybe you've got, oh, there's a leaf. Maybe you've got memorized songs that you can kind of keep your memory refreshed on that, or songs that you played last year. Anyway, you get the point. Every song you play, every time you play it, counts as a tally, and together through the whole month of November, everyone that participates, my goal is for us to get 50,000 practice tallies collectively. And I'll be telling you more about PIANOVEMBER in another video coming out next week, and then another one later after that, to help us all get on the same page for this practice challenge. You can also go to PIANOVEMBER.com and see all the details and get registered for the practice challenge. And some of you may be thinking, a tally for every time they play it. I can see my piano kid just sitting down and playing the same song 100 times. And I don't want mindless repetition. And I can understand that argument, and I agree with you. I don't want mindless repetition either. It makes me think of a story, and I don't know, I don't recall if it was some art professor. I don't remember if it was photography or pottery. I'm just going to go with photography just for the sake of argument. And I'm fairly certain this was an actual study, not just legend. I've told this story so many times it feels like, was it legend or did I really read about that? The story is that this art professor, let's say it was photography, divided the students in his class into two groups and told them that their grade for the semester would be based on different criteria for each of the groups. One group, their grade was going to be on the perfect photo. That's what their grade was going to be, to find the perfect composition, the perfect setting, the perfect photo. The other group would be graded on the quantity, the number of photos they did. And he didn't set a number, they just kind of left that up to them. He didn't set a number, but their grade would be based on quantity. We had quality over here, quantity over here. At the end of the semester, guess which group actually had the better photographs? It was the quantity group, because when they started out, they were just taking pictures, and it didn't matter. They weren't striving for perfection. They were just taking pictures. But as they took pictures and as they studied the results, then they realized different tricks and different, they just learned different ways to make a better photograph. This first group, the quality group, kind of stalled themselves out, discussing about what should be our subject matter, and should we take a night photo, and should we have a sunset, or whatever their criteria was. They didn't take as many pictures because they were striving for perfection. So while I agree with the idea that we don't want mindless repetition, I would also argue that that is not the problem for the typical piano student. The typical piano student, we just need them to get in the repetitions. And then you, as their parent and their teacher, can guide them toward more thoughtful practice so that their practice is productive. But the point of PIANOVEMBER, the practice challenge, is to get to the piano, to get that practicing in. So what do you think? Are you in for this practice challenge? Do you think it would be something that would be helpful for your piano kid? It's free and it is worldwide. You will be able to see students from around the world also participating in this challenge, which I think is a lot of fun. It's kind of neat to see that students in Canada or North Carolina or France are doing the same things that my students here in Texas are doing. So I would love for you to leave a comment in the comment section here and just type in PIANOVEMBER. Maybe we need to practice together saying that word because it's kind of new. Piano plus November, PIANOVEMBER. Type that in the comments, and that way I'll know that you are committed to this challenge with me. Just like I still did my walk, even though my friend Marilyn couldn't join me, but I knew that you would be here at the end of it. So thanks for listening. In the next video, I will tell you more details about the practice challenge and how to maybe set some different goals for how many tally marks you and your piano kid can work toward. But I have talked too much so far already. And yay, that person that parked left. They didn't even get out. So I was self-conscious for nothing. Isn't that the way it always is? All right, I'll see you in the next video.